3 years old, I was diagnosed with autism. The doctor said I wouldn't be able to walk. Doctor said I wouldn't be able to talk. Doctor said I wouldn't be able to put on a pants or a shirt. I'm doing all three, aren't I? Okay. Through the neighborhood, I played every sport my brother and his friends and my friends played in the driveway: basketball, football, baseball, hide and go seek, any game you name it, wiffle ball. Then when I really got serious after Little League baseball, I got really serious in middle school, playing basketball, ran cross country and track, and I was actually a better runner in middle school and high school than I was as a basketball player. I was cut from my modified team. I was cut from my freshman team. Then when I got to JV, I worked even harder, and I wanted to be a part of something special. Back in 7th grade, I walked into Greece Athena for the first time with my teammates, and on the wall, the last time Greece Athena won a sectional championship and a state championship was 1992. And it was always been a winning program and competitive, but has never gotten out of the sectional semis in the Coach Johnson era. My sophomore year, I got cut again, but Coach Amoroso told me he'd like me to be manager, stuff that nobody wants to do. Run drills in practice, hand out water in games, and be enthusiastic like on the tape. I got fouled on a 3 and hit 3 free throws my JV year. We were 16-4 my JV year. My sophomore year, we lost to Arcadia, and my junior year also lost to Arcadia, both at the buzzer. It was devastation. So that summer going into my senior year, we made a pact to shoot 500 makes a day in the summer. And I was also running cross country, so I had to run 5 days a week, lift weights 5 days a week. And that senior year started out rough. We had naysayers in the town of Greece saying Coach Johnson should be fired. Greece Athena is not mentally tough enough to play in the Blue Cross Arena. Is always a winning program, but Coach Johnson, his record in the semis was 0-7. That year, we started out 500 going into our Christmas tournament. And the number 2 team in the state, Fairport, was right on the other side. And we barely win that first round game of the Christmas tournament in Fairport's gym. And we walked into shoot around the day we're playing Fairport, and Coach Johnson said in the middle of our circle communication, he's like, I don't even want to go tonight. And we're like, what coach says this? And we're looking at him with a crazy look. The more he went into it, he said, if we play as a team and play harder and be mentally tougher and physically tougher together, if we don't do any of those things, we'll lose by 100. We ended up losing by only 2 that night, which was disappointing. We played well enough, but that game turned our season around. We won 9 of our last 10 games, and we were tied for first place in our division going into senior night. Back my senior year, I was cut again, but Coach Johnson brought me in the room and said, we want to give you a senior gift to suit up. And playing time not promised. My answer to that is, I just want to win a championship more than anything in the world. I never cared about wins. I never cared about playing stats or minutes. I just wanted to win more than anything in the world. Because individually, I was 5'6", under 100 pounds. Where am I going? Okay. There's 3 guys, and one of the guys on the tape was our sectional MVP that year. But anyways, I could put on the court like you saw there. Didn't know who I was going in for. The crowd was going nuts. I didn't even know who I was going in for. And Coach Johnson's told me, and then popsicle sticks on my face up in the 6th man. Everyone's going nuts. First shot was an air ball. Ugh. Then I missed 2 other layups. Then I hit my first one with a foot on the line with 3:12 left, like up on the video, like I hit a buzzer beater in a national championship. Then I hit 3 more in a row. Then I missed one, and I hit 3 more in a row, 6 3-pointers, 20 points in 4 minutes. The whole school was happy for me, but I said in the locker room post-game, I said, we haven't accomplished anything yet. Our goal is to bring back Coach's first sectional championship and maybe a state championship. And after that game and going into senior night, when we started 5 seniors, one of our best players volunteered to get out of the lineup now. I'm backtracking. And for a senior that was going to start his first varsity game ever, but he sprains his ankle in gym class. And so Steve Kerr, not the Golden State Warriors Steve Kerr, the Greece Athena Steve Kerr, wore his jersey that night. So that day ended up being a tribes and tribulations, like Romans 12:12 talks about hope and patience through tribulation to rejoice. And then, as it takes it, that night was a lot of rejoicing for Greece Athena. The game was showed on ESPN, CBS, CNN, ABC. It was shown in London. It was shown in Italy. It was shown all over the place, all over the country. So we were going into our February break. Whole sectional postseason practices was like Super Bowl week. We had Stephen A. Smith on one baseline, Tom Rinaldi on another baseline. We had Clark Kellogg. We had the Today Show in our gym. Coach not only had to coach our team through playing on the court, but he also had to coach us how to handle the pressure of the media, how to handle that. He ended up kicking the media out of practice. That in the middle of the first round preparation week of sections, because it was a distraction to our team. And our first round postseason was against postseason game in sectionals against Greece Arcadia. We beat them by 30. Behind our bench was every media outlet. 3 weeks later, we win the sections. First time since 1992. Steve Kerr hit the game winner. That dream came true. Athletically, it was the best moment of my life. As a player, as an athlete. We lost a Fairport state qualifier, first round of the state tournament. After that season, it was mayhem. I got to meet President Bush when he came to Rochester. Our team got to go to the Teen Choice Awards, where Dane Cook, Jessica Simpson, Adam Sandler, Chris Jericho, Ashton Kutcher, Snoop Dogg. Then I was fortunate enough and blessed by God to win an ESPY over Kobe Bryant to 81 points. Till this day, I wish I'd give it back to him. Kobe Bryant, also the Mamba mentality. We got to see him work out. He was already in a full sweat by the time we watched him. He was up at 4 and the workout started at 7. At the ESPYs, I met Kobe Bryant, Vince Young, Matt Liner, Chris Fowler. I was nominated with George Mason. Their run to the Final Four, Kobe's 81 points, and Dakota Dowd, who was a 13-year-old golfer that was leading after an LPGA Tour event. I also was at the NCAA Final Four that year when I saw the Florida Gators with Billy Donovan winning his first national championship with Joe Noah, Corey Brewer, Lee Humphrey, Torian Green, Al Horford. I also got to meet Big Baby Glenn Davis. I was on the pregame show with my high school coach and J.J. Redick and Adam Morrison. Got to meet John Calipari, Rick Pitino. I was surrounded by it was like mayhem. And also had Magic Johnson come to our school. There's a movie in the works being done. Hopefully it gets done sometime in my life. I was in a Gatorade commercial with Peyton Manning, Tiger Woods for about 7 seconds because I was counting in the 2009 Super Bowl. After that year, I've spoken 120 times around the country. This is 123 to be exact. And I've coached for 18 seasons. 13 of them in a bunch of sports at Greece Athena. We went from never winning a sectional title in basketball to winning 6 of the last 13 sectional championships in the Coach Johnson era. I've been a part of 11 sectional championships, 10 as an assistant coach, 1 as a player. I was a strength conditioning coach for Athena Soccer for 8 years. And that program never won anything. We won a state championship in 2014. In 2015, Greece Athena basketball went to the state finals with a player named Anthony Lamb. Anthony Lamb played for the Golden State Warriors for a year. Played in Cleveland. He played 3 years in the NBA. Now he's playing overseas. And he went from a chubby kid to a 6'3", 270-pound kid to 6'6", 220, being a professional basketball player, and he was a star of Vermont with 3-time American East Player of the Year. I've run 18 marathons, 8 ultra marathons. I've run the Boston Marathon 5 times, 21 half marathons. At the time, from 2006 to 2020, I never understood. I was lost. I was a lost Catholic. And 2020, when everything was shut down. You guys don't remember that, right? Everything was taken away, and I was a sub-teacher aide. I was working at Wegmans for 15 years, and I was coaching at the time. I've coached in a lot of places. I didn't understand at the time, but May 31st, I accepted Jesus Christ as my personal Savior. It was the best moment of my life. And it was the best decision of my life because it wiped away all the sins, and I surrendered to Him. We walk by faith, not by sight. Rejoice in evermore. Pray without ceasing. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, let's believe in me. Positive thoughts bring positive results. You got to think next play mentality in any sport you play. Most of you football guys in here, if you fumble the ball, running backs, you got to think next play. Or if you throw an interception, next play. Penalty called against you, next play. Or in basketball, when you miss a layup, next play. If you dwell on mistakes, you're hurting your team and yourself. Body language screams. And also, you control the controllables. Do things decently in order. Do things decent in order. Talks about that in 1 Corinthians 14:40. Do things decently in order. You control your work ethic, your character, and your attitude. That's all in your control. You have 100% control over your preparation. Watching film. Getting extra reps when nobody's watching. Getting extra work in the weight room when nobody's watching. Taking care of your body. Eating right. Hydrating. Getting the right kind of sleep. Locking your mind in mentally. With a refuse to lose mentality. Sports is so beautiful, it teaches you life lessons of how to work with a group of people, to be a team player. Do things with charity for others. Are you going to be that teammate that holds the door for your teammate that's behind you when you walk in? Or are you going to slam the door shut? Now, you have 2 choices. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. People who try and fail are more superior. People don't try at all. You need to fail before you succeed. You are who you you are when adversity hits. It truly tells you who you are and your character is when adversity hits in your life. You college guys, you enjoy your time now. You don't got to worry about bill payments. Yeah, you're worried about tuition when you leave the college. You concentrate on the day you're on now, the second you're on now, the minute you're on now. Your future will take care of itself. You do the little things and the big things will take care of itself. That's why yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today's a gift. That's why they call it the present. The harder you work, the luckier you get. And I believe God rewards hard workers. He will hold you accountable through tribulation to rejoice. Stay away from things that hinder you. Drugs and alcohol. Or pot. Or marijuana. Stay away from all that. Stay away from teammates or people that are taking you down a bad path. Are you going to be that guy who's going to be first in the room, in the classroom, ready to learn in school? Or are you going to be that guy that sits in the back and not paying attention to what the teacher or instructor are talking about? It's the same thing in the film. You do have coaches that care a lot about you, and if they're hard on you because they care about you and they want to make you better. Success is not an accident, gentlemen and ladies. Success is actually a choice. Be not drunk with wine where acts must be fulfilled with spirit. And how you talk in the community, on social media, and in person in the community, and on the field, or courts, or ice, or track, all that speaks volumes to what other people think of you. Do you want people behind you in life to help you get a job? You have to do things with charity for others. And be the best person, overall person you can be. The best teammate you can be. Are you going to be that teammate that cheers on the sidelines even when you're not getting to play much and is going crazy for your teammates when they make good plays out in sports? Or you're going to be the one that sulks with bad body language that is selfish and trying because they're not in the game? A loud cheering bench and an enthusiastic bench wins a lot more than a losing bench. A quiet gym and a quiet field is a losing field and a losing gym. And how you talk in the community, it talks about that in Ephesians 4:29. Don't let corrupt communication come out thy mouth. And I'll end with this verse, Philippians 4:13. I can do things through Christ that strengthens me. Write down your goals. Goals are not goals till you write them down. Think it, ink it. You can write down your top 10 goals you have in your life or have in the season and put them on your bedroom door or your locker room. Or you can do it another way. Write down your biggest dreams at the top. Your long-term goals, your stretch goals, and your short-term goals. Both those things you put on your bedroom door or your locker or your office door. It gives you a purpose every time you wake up every day or when you enter your locker. It takes talent to get to the top, but you need work ethic and character and attitude and humility to stay there. Also, manners is a big thing. Saying please, thank you, yes coach, no coach, I don't understand that. Please, excuse me, yes ma'am, no ma'am, for example. That shows you're paying respect. And I know coming down here in Mississippi, and I hear it, I know this is a reminder to you guys, but it's on deaf ears in New York State. I wish more of that was in the East Coast. It's a reminder to you guys, as I hear it all over the place everywhere I walk here, and I appreciate that. It makes me bring it back to my workplace at Greece Central School District as a bus attendant to preach to our students and our athletes, especially at every level. I have a show on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook called the J-Mac Show, and I interview Division III, JUCO, Division II athletes, and some high school, all over the place, because I don't know about here, but JUCO athletes, Division II athletes, Division III athletes deserve more coverage than they get. To me, it's ridiculous that they don't get enough. Because only 2.8, you guys should be grateful to the Lord Jesus Christ. You're part of 2.8% that are playing at the college level, at any level. Because it's always, there's this, in the society, it's all about scholarship or bust. Yeah, you're in a two-year school, you still have the opportunity to get a scholarship. Which, you strive for greatness. You control your own happiness, your schedule, your choices. 4 years ago, I was in a bike wreck with an electric bike to a car. And the doctor said I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. And I had a different perspective since then. It told me to get my driver's license because I got it a year and a half ago. But as a coach, where I am now, and as a media guy, I am thankful to the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm still standing here doing what I love to do. It was God's plan. God was holding me accountable to slow down. Make each day a masterpiece. You never give up, you never fail. If you don't dream it, you can't become it. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming today, and thank you, Pastor Dyer, for allowing me to come here and speak to these athletes and coaches. Thank you very much.